Hi, everybody. This is Christian-basel with Mark-Who42, and we just want to take the time to thank everybody who's contributed to our show to ensure that we continue to bring you the latest news, reviews, and interviews throughout the Whoniverse and beyond, like our friends at Audible.com. Right now, you can actually go there and get a free 30-day trial and a free download. Just simply go to audibletrial.com/Mark-Who42 and sign up, and that's all you have to do. And if you'd like to contribute directly to the show, go to www.mark-who42.net and hit the donate button on the far right-hand side. Contribute whatever you can give us so that we can bring you this show. Thank you again for everybody who contributes, and thank you for listening.
Hi, this is Tony Way, Alf from Doctor Who. You're listening to Mark-Who42.
Welcome to Mark-Who42. That's right, Mark-Who42, the Doctor Who online radio series. I'm your host, Mark-Baumgarten, and with me, as always, are the ever-lovely
Patricia-Helm,
the ever-thoughtful
Jay Garrick, the Golden Age Flash. No, just kidding, Eduardo-m-Freyre.
And the ever-comical
Oh, that's me?
Yeah, that would be you.
Patty-hawkins here, everybody. How you doing?
Today we've got a very
What kind of laugh was that?
that was my fake laugh.
Are we on PM Magazine? Where the hell did that come from?
Hey, Patrick, I think Mark is transformed into that bad guy from the Muppets. And any moment now he's going to be going, maniacal laugh, maniacal laugh.
You know, we're leaving, someone's on this show here that we're leaving out. We've got a special guest host from Let's Be Reelz. It's Iggy Mathews. Hi, Iggy.
Hello, special indeed. I have my helmet right here. There you go.
We could banter all we want, but you know what? I don't like banter.
Oh, wait, we can?
Stop.
Oh, right, yes.
No.
Banter?
No,
I've been
can't
waiting
banter.
for this.
There's no bantering. We're going to go to old 60 right here.
I am known as the Doctor. I'm also a Time Lord from the planet Gallifrey. And now on Mark-Who42, it's time to go to the Whoniverse and beyond with Patricia-Helm, whether you like it or not.
All right, well, we have finally a time for the premiere of The Magician's Apprentice on BBC America, and that will be on Saturday, September 19th at 9 o'clock.
Now, probably what they're going to do is show Series 8 all through the day.
I would guess so. They usually do that, so I would not be surprised. No time yet for BBC One yet, though.
I figured it would be 9 o'clock. I mean, is that really something you announce? I mean, we kind of... Really? I mean, yeah. Hey, guess what? It's going to be on at 9 o'clock on the 19th. It's like...
Shut up! It's going to be at 9 o'clock?
Yeah, it's going to be at 9 o'clock, Iggy. Iggy,
Oh my
you
gosh.
got to be home at 9 o'clock for that.
Are you sure your parents are going to let you stay up till 9?
I don't know. If I do all the chores, it should be all right.
Now, see, I have a problem, because I'm going to my 30th high school reunion on the 19th.
Oh, well, that's just not going to work.
So I'm not going to be able to watch it. But you know what? I'm going to watch it on BBC One earlier in the day. So there.
It's 2015. Where's your DVR?
Yeah, there you go. Thank
You
you.
just got rid of it. Exactly. It's 2015.
I got rid of
Yeah,
cable
what are you doing with a DVR? Nobody has cable anymore.
So I'm going to watch it on BBC on the iPlayer.
Okay, so we're going to be more technologically advanced and rub that in everybody's faces.
Yes.
Do you have BBC One on the thingamajigger player thing?
Yeah.
I do.
Very good to watch it on that. It's early. So I'll know everything about the show before you guys do.
You better
That's
not
not even
spoil
nice.
it.
You spoil it. You spoil it.
I won't spoil it, but what will the people in England do? They might write stuff. So you got to stay off Facebook on the 19th.
Facebook, Twitter,
Tumblr.
the message boards on Doctor Who TV, message boards on Doctor Who News, any Doctor Who message boards anywhere.
Just
Yeah,
stay off
well,
the
you know
net.
something? Yeah, I'm sorry, okay? If you're worried about spoilers, what the frickin' frack are you doing going to a fan-centric anything, okay, when something just aired? I mean, I will still screw with Walking Dead fans at like 10:05. I just type, wow, I didn't see that coming.
You're the bane of my life.
And I don't even watch the show.
No,
I just
you don't.
I'll do it with that. I'll do it
No.
in Game of Thrones, and people will absolutely lose their crapola.
I stand by that. I will lose it because I'm like, what? What happened? I'll watch the episode. I'll be waiting, and the episode is over, and I'm like, what didn't he see coming? I got to play it again.
You know, you strap a bunch of hams to your body and you go into a pool full of piranha, you're going to take your chances.
It sounds like I'm going to be safe if I have ham all over the place. I mean, they'll eat that, and then I'll be fine. You know, it's just...
Well, no, Iggy. What will happen is you'll make them even hungrier.
I didn't think about that. Good point, sir. There you go. In which case, abandon all hope and run.
No, this is when the friend that you went into the pool with, that's when you push them in the direction of the piranha. Then
That's right. I don't got to swim faster than the piranhas. I just got to swim faster than him. Of course.
Exactly. There you go. See?
Oh, we're learning so much here on Mark Who 42 about...
Mark Who 42, where you can learn about life. It is 42 after all.
It is the meaning of life. Trish, what else we got?
Well, they did a read-through of the series finale for Doctor Who, and they posted a picture of Peter Capaldi's script, and on the cover page it says the title of the episode is X. Now, whether or not that just is a...
Oh, I know. He's breaking up with Clara.
Yeah! I'm for that.
Don't get my hopes up, please. Don't get my
also
hopes up. Don't get my hopes up. Don't do that.
People are always, ooh, X10. 10th Doctor. David Tennant was in Cardiff. Ooh,
that's right.
Maybe.
David Tennant was in Cardiff. This could be the Pompeii episode.
And did you guys see the picture of Mrs. David Tennant, Georgia Moffat?
Yes.
With the 12th Doctor on set, and people are losing it. Are like, she could have just been with David Tennant in Cardiff, just visiting. But, they're saying, ooh, Jenny might be coming back.
Combining both of the things you just said, number one, X, ooh, 10th Doctor. Or it could be that since we're in the internet age and anybody with a phone can just blow surprises left and right, they could
I hate that so much.
Cover. Yeah, it could be... They put X on the cover page because what they're saying is, we're not telling you the title. It's a secret. You're going to have the bloody... Yeah. And as far as Georgia Moffat...
Was the gay there for a second?
Yo, that's what I was thinking. I'm like, really? Are we doing this?
Yeah,
Just like my phone number is 707XXXXXXXX. That's truly my phone number. Yeah, just keep hitting the X one.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, and the Georgia Moffat thing, yeah, they could have just been visiting the set. I'm sure that if you're an ex-doctor...
Yeah. Look, can I say something? Cardiff is in Wales. Wales is in Great Britain. So if you live in England, which is also in Great Britain, you can say, for no reason whatsoever, drive down to Cardiff for a little trip and then drive back. And you could get yourself photographed. It could have nothing to do with anything.
On a side note, I appreciate the geography lesson. That was really important.
Oh, well, it was. It is important.
England is in Britain? I thought it was in Lake Michigan.
So what you're saying is that he perhaps went to Cardiff for some tea and crumpets and nothing more. But did he go there with his ex, though?
Well, he may have been there with the X-Men. Maybe that's why it's called X. Maybe we'll have appearances by James McAvoy.
Stop.
No, because then that's going to be terrible. That's going to be terrible.
It would be terrible.
But hey, they could get Magneto.
Stop.
Na. In other news, Trish, what's next?
Well, Toby Whitehouse, he's written a lot of episodes for Doctor Who.
Oh, yeah.
People have been asking him, are you going to be the next showrunner? And he says, well, no one at BBC has ever had a conversation with me about that. He says he's not been asked, no one's approached him, so as far as he knows, no.
Well, I got to say that at some point, someone's got to be the next showrunner.
Yeah.
Well, it just seems like he's that guy at that, where there's the popular table and there's like, hey, are you going to sit at the popular table? I don't know. Every time I say hi, they're just like, look the other way and stuff. I don't know what's going on.
That whole thing is just endemic of fandoms. They figure, okay, we talk about this long enough, then we'll make it happen. This is wanting him to be the next showrunner is also the same movements that tried out of the blue to say, hey, Idris Elba would make a great James Bond, so let's make it happen. It's the same thing going on right now with everybody thinking, oh, Fox, now you should give Fantastic Four back to Marvel. It's like, guys, you have no power, and you're telling everybody what they should do. It's like somebody should ask Moffat.
That fans don't have power?
Fans have the ability to start something, but they shouldn't be talking about as if like as an expectation, and that's where this weirdness tends to happen. Where it's like, oh well, everybody's decided this guy is going to be the next showrunner. I'm like, when you talk like that, sometimes it can have a negative reaction. Sometimes people in power are like, well, the fans want this, so we got to find somebody else.
I thought I had the power, but I guess I don't.
No, you don't, Prince Adam. No, you don't.
No.
And you got to remember too, it's like Moffat brings in the numbers, and until his numbers go below a certain line, which is probably in a file somewhere at BBC executive, it's like level. I think his job is fine.
Well, his job is fine, but he may want to leave, and of course, like we reported last week, the fact that he has to do Sherlock as well, it may be too much for him.
And I think Doctor Strange has him panicking about Sherlock.
Yeah.
Well, I'm looking forward to Moffat leaving.
You're looking forward to Moffat leaving?
Because you know that when he leaves, he's going to leave with a bang. It's going to be the most beautiful thing you've seen, and you're going to be like, where in the helium balloon was that?
Yeah, and we're going to miss him.
Exactly. And they do that on purpose every time. Every time it's great, great.
Yeah.
Here I wasn't different
honestly,
about you.
I don't see him. I see him maybe stepping down as a showrunner, but I could still see him like once a season. It's like turning in a script.
Well, then why doesn't RTD do that?
RTD.
I think writing Cucumber.
Yeah, and I think RTD has a finality to him. But I think I could totally see Moffat being, yeah, sure, yeah. Hey, you want to write a Cyberman story? Like, yeah, sure, I'll pick it up. Why not?
By the way, to assuage Moffat's fears and anybody else's fears regarding Sherlock and when they're going to be able to do it, I saw the other day that it's being reported Doctor Strange will start shooting in November.
Okay.
So, we'll see how long that takes, though.
I got to grow out my mustache for that. What's next in the news? I need to know.
Well, Samuel Anderson, Danny Pink, he wants to come back as Orson Pink.
That would be good.
Or an alternate universe Danny Pink.
They kind of sort of did that with Last Christmas. Kinda.
It was a weird sort of thing because I was like, is he there? Does he know what's going on? Oh wait, he does know what's going on? No, he doesn't. Yes, he does. I was so confused. Like, I don't know what's going on with the Danny right now.
He's pink and he's dead. I'm sorry.
Pretty much.
But he is.
Okay, I think Trish just came up with a great new Crayola crayon color, Dead Pink.
Yeah.
Dead Pink. Oh my god. Ew, I don't want to use that one.
They can add that to the flesh-colored set. Yeah.
Mommy, I need the Dead Pink crayon.
That's good stuff, coloring a picture of Clara and make sure you use the Dead Pink crayon to really get the rosiness in her cheeks to come out with her eyes. As she wells up her eyes.
Oh, well, next month they are having that special in the theaters where they're showing Dark Water and Death in Heaven in 3D.
Yeah.
Well, on the 22nd of September, just a few days after that, you'll be able to get it on Blu-ray 3D.
Oh, good. Now, if I remember correctly, you said that the showings in the theater are in the U.S. only, not in the U.K.
Yes. And this Blu-ray release is just for North America.
UK. Oh, it's for America. It's not for you.
No date for the UK version yet, or whether if the Blu-ray North American version is going to be region-free.
Right.
So sorry for everybody that's listening that's not in the US. But there's going to be some special features on there. One is going to be that prequel scene to Season 9 that you'll get to see if you go to the movie theater. And all it says is a deleted scene.
Huh.
And an interview with Steven-Moffat, Peter-Capaldi, and Jenna-Coleman discussing the latest season and what's next for Doctor Who.
And who's going to host that?
It didn't say on this, but I forget who it was. Wasn't it?
Will Wheaton?
Will Wheaton, thank you.
Yeah.
I think it's probably, I would assume it would be the same.
Oh, that's right. We did that joke last week.
Will Wheaton.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Will Wheaton.
Will Wheaton. You got to put the H before the W.
Right.
Wheaton.
You can't get sick of that joke. That joke will last forever. Will Wheaton. We could do it every week, and it would still be funny.
Every week we can talk about Will Wheaton.
Great, Mark. Great. One of these days I'll be walking down the street and somebody's going to tackle me and just be like, why the H? Why the H? Stop with the H!
Mark Who 42.
Mark Who?
Who.
And finally, we have John Hurt. He says that his cancer treatment is going terrifically well and that he's very optimistic about making a full recovery.
Yay!
Yay!
I hope so.
Yeah. I just hope it doesn't hurt John Hurt.
Oh, no!
Oh, no. Bad Mark. Bad Mark.
I hurt myself.
Corner. Mark, corner. No.
Get that face hugger in here.
Can we talk about one other story that's not Doctor Who related?
Yeah. Let's go Beyond the WHOniverse.
Well, as we record this, the Disney's D23 Expo is going on down in Anaheim.
Okay.
And yesterday they announced that both...
Saturday.
Oh, yes, sorry. Timey-wimey. Anyway, they announced that Disneyland and Disney World are both going to be getting a Star Wars land.
Star Wars land?
A whole
You
land.
mean a whole park?
A
to
whole
Star
land.
Wars?
No, a whole land.
land.
A
A
whole
land.
section. Each land is going to be 14 acres, so it's going to be pretty big. It's the biggest expansion in the history of Disneyland.
And in the Florida park, it's going to be the MGM, sorry, it's not MGM anymore. It's
the studios.
Studios.
Disney Studios. Yeah, none of this was really news per se. It was just the official confirmation, thing going on to it too.
They said construction won't even start until 2017. It's exciting because they're going to have two of the attractions they're going to have in Star Wars Land. You actually get to get behind the controls of the Millennium Falcon.
Oh wow, that sounds cool.
And
I'm going to be that person that's like, step aside. You don't know what you're doing. You don't know what you're doing. Get out. Small child, move.
And I guess the really epic ride is going to put you in the middle of a battle between the First Order and the Resistance.
OMG.
OMFNG.
And I think that when they make this land, I think it's going to kill the Harry Potter land at Universal.
You think?
Yeah.
You think?
It's going to completely...
I beg to differ. I will Aloha Mora the crap out of everybody there. No Aloha Mora? You don't know Aloha Mora? No? Okay. Well, if you were a true nerd, you would know stuff like that, but you're not cool enough. It's fine.
God.
No, Harry Potter is not going to go anywhere. Now, the numbers may... Actually, I take that back. No, numbers will probably not drop. The Harry Potter fan base is strong. It's probably... let's face it, it is the biggest fan base of the past, post-Star Wars geekdom. So I don't think it's going to go anywhere. It's just that, for every Harry Potter fan there's at least like 4 people that claim to be Star Wars fans.
Are you ready to go to Universal's next land, Twilightsville?
What?
Oh,
I
my.
heard of that.
No.
Oh, you're joking.
No sparkly vampires on this podcast. No. Again, corner. Go to the corner. No.
I've never seen the movie.
No.
I've never read the books.
Mark, I think that's the first time you really scared me.
You thought it was real.
Oh,
No, don't sit here and try and play this off. You see everybody's disdain, and all of a sudden it's like, I was joking. Look at you guys. No, you're busted. What?
I messed you guys up.
Okay, I would rather take the fish vampires from that Matt Smith episode over the freaking sparkly emo fairies. That's what they are. They're not vampires. They are.
I don't know what they are. I've never read them.
Listen, I'd rather jump into a pool of glitter, and we all know how hard that ish is to get off. Okay, I'd rather deal with that.
The only thing I know about Twilight is that 50 Shades of Grey was fan fiction about 2 of the Twilight characters rewritten so that it wasn't in Twilight and it was in real life. That's all I know. 50 Shades of Grey is a Twilight fan fiction. That's all I know about Twilight.
Oh.
And I would go to a 50 Shades of Grey land.
Hold on, I need to get some paper towels. Because I think I just vomited all over that.
We did not need to know that, Mark.
I
That
can't
30-year-old Mark.
Mark,
You just see Mark in the park going, woo!
There's not enough bleach in the world.
Oh God. Oh.
Mark, there are lots of places. If you want to have a 50 Shades of Grey experience, that's easy to acquire. The trick is that the people involved are not going to be as pretty as those in the movie.
Right.
Yeah, there you go. Exactly.
Well, yeah, you're one of those people.
Melanie Griffith's kid. Oh.
Should we go to the birthdays so we can
Yeah,
watch our birthdays?
Please, get
Move over
Please.
to the birthday section. Away from
Now this is interesting. We only have birthdays on one day. There's 4 of them in one day.
I was about to say, I thought that's how it normally worked.
Yeah, because people, there are only 365, sometimes 366 days of the year. So, there are a lot of birthdays on one day.
Yeah, but it's on August 20th. And we have Sophie Aldred.
Yeah.
Yay!
Had her on the show. That's great. Happy birthday, Sophie.
Sylvester McCoy.
Happy birthday, Sylvester. We had you on a little while ago, too.
Yeah.
Anthony Ainley.
Oh.
That's sad, but
Yes.
yeah.
And Andrew Garfield.
Awesome.
Oh, Spider-Man.
Yeah, well, he was on
Ex-Spider-Man.
The actor formerly known as
I
Spider-Man.
know. He was in Daleks Take Manhattan. Hey, you know what? Who else's birthday is August 20th?
Who?
Christian-basel.
Oh, that's right.
Christian!
That's why he's not here. He's celebrating his birthday this weekend
Ah.
with his wife. He's having a lovely time in Cocoa Beach Pier.
Yeah.
Hopefully
Yeah,
he's not in 50 Shades of Grey land over here.
Oh, well,
no! Oh,
Right.
no! Oh, ew.
And you thought the pain was over. Oh,
Yeah,
God.
it's
I
over.
was wrong.
In honor of Christian, oh my.
Oh, my.
There's actually another birthday coming up, which is Doctor Who related, but also goes beyond the WHOniverse.
Okay.
That would be actor Peter Wingard, who was in Planet of Fire, the penultimate Peter Davidson episode. But
It's Jason King.
But
That's
he,
right.
Jason King, Department S. Oh, yeah. Yes.
he does. But I think in pop culture, he is more well known for relieving the boredom of a certain merciless conqueror named Ming.
Most effective, Your Majesty. Will you destroy this Earth?
Later. I like to play with things a while. Before annihilation.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
He was
in
Clytus.
Flash Gordon. He's mostly known as Jason King in England. So if you're in England, you know him as
but I would say, like, as far as worldwide pop culture is concerned, he's more well known for Clytus.
He factors very heavily into one of my bits because when I do my Star Wars riff, I talk about how Lucas wanted to do Flash Gordon. So I said somewhere there's a parallel Earth where Lucas did get the rights to do Flash Gordon, and instead, so we had the same actors. So I do scenes from Star Wars with the Flash Gordon actors. So I have Peter Wingard as Clytus as Obi-Wan Kenobi, and I was like,
there you go.
we will never find a more wretched hive of scum and villainy. We must be cautious.
Oh God, I just.
Oh my!
The only thing I've always just wanted to know, what the heck are the boar worms?
You don't want to know.
Sounds bad. It sounds bad. There's a part of me that's like, okay, what exactly are we talking about here?
You don't want to know. I just wanted the doctor to have one removed. You don't want to know.
Yeah, I don't want to know, Iggy. Thank you for putting that picture in my head.
Well, did you know that's how you get belly buttons? Yeah, just picture that together.
Yeah. Okay.
I thought that's where God kissed you.
No, that's why he
right.
poked you like the little Pillsbury Doughboy, belly button.
All right. Is that the end of the birthdays? Do we have any more birthdays?
Nope, that's it.
Okay. Did any of you guys get to watch BBC America's special that they started, a 5-week special called The Doctor's Finest?
We did. Trish and I did.
We came in late on it.
Uh-huh.
I forgot it was on, and so we didn't see any of the introduction done by this. What was her name?
Hannah Hart.
Hannah Hart. Okay.
Which I don't know who this girl is. I guess she's some kind of YouTube personality or something.
Yeah, she does Drunk in the Kitchen.
I didn't find her very entertaining, actually. I thought she was actually somewhat annoying.
I'm with you, Trish. I saw about 30 seconds. I saw her talking about it, and I'm like, I'm done.
She's best known for being drunk in the kitchen, so she's hilarious when she's drunk and whatnot. But, I have seen a couple of her videos. They're pretty decent. They're all right. I mean, there's absolutely no sort of cooking going on at all.
Right.
But yeah, I didn't really much care for that. It's just one of those, certain females have a certain decibel that just kind of makes you turn your head to the side and go, why are you still talking? Somebody talk over her right now.
Yeah,
That's exactly how I felt.
I'm sure that Drunk in the Kitchen, there's some funny videos. I'm sure she's a funny lady. It's, how do I put this gently? Why are we watching you host this?
Why couldn't Chris Hardwick do it again?
Right, exactly. Why couldn't they get Hardwick? Is John Barrowman too busy? They could have found somebody a little bit more connected with what we're there for. There's probably a giant laundry list of people who would be much more appropriate. I mean, maybe if she was a fan fan, and they had a segment where they wanted to talk to celebrity fans. Okay, but I actually looked her up on Wikipedia. I did like a little, and I ran through the internet, and I can't find anything that would give her...
Wait, you internet stalked her? What is wrong with you? Why would you do that?
What I did was...
job.
No.
That is Christian's job to stalk people on the internet.
Go ahead. Explain yourself right now.
No, I did not stalk her. What I did was research, okay? I did the research that...
Oh, we don't do that on this show. You know that as well as I do.
You're research, Mark. I'm the one who researched.
Let me get to the point I'm trying to make. With this Doctor's Finest, what did you think of the fact that the first story that they introduce you to in the Doctor's Finest was Blink? Blink, the one that everyone says, oh yeah, that's our gateway drug episode.
Mm-hmm.
Blink was first. What do you guys? I mean, I know Patrick doesn't think that you should watch Blink first, right, Pat?
I think that is absolutely the stupidest frickin' thing to do, is to be introduced somebody as Blink. That's like giving somebody's first graphic novel Watchmen. It's absolutely the completely opposite direction. It's totally wrong. And again, all it boils down to, just because it's your favorite doesn't make it the best for certain circumstances.
Yeah, why did they choose it? Because, unfortunately, there are a lot of lists that put it as one of the best episodes out there, and they do say it's the perfect gateway. I don't think it's the perfect gateway, but unfortunately, Patrick, you and I are not in some sort of position of power where we can really bring that across. But I guess they decided, this is our A-game starter, let's go with that. And by the way, for the record, Patrick, if I was introducing somebody to a graphic novel, it would be Astro City: Life in the Big City, because it's still a superhero.
I don't know about that.
Well, no, but it's superhero, but it's out of the regular range. It's still superhero enough that you're reading a superhero graphic novel, but it's out of the range enough that you could give it to somebody and they have some stuff that they'll enjoy without going, why'd you give me a superhero book?
Oh.
What the heck was that?
I'm sorry, I was breaking ground.
Okay.
What we are talking about here is that theoretically they're doing this to bring in absolute off-the-street, brand new viewers who maybe...
Oh, yeah, they're running this all the way up. They're running this all the way up to the new series, yeah. And on that note, we're going to go to a commercial break. When we come back, we're going to be talking all about the second trailer.
Dun, dun, dun.
Of Doctor Who Series 9. We'll be right back. Attention all Whovians! While you're waiting for the new episode of Doctor Who, start your own adventures with a book from Mark Who 42 Books. They carry unique and rare books at affordable prices. Visit Amazon.com/shops/MarkWho42. That's Amazon.com/shops/MarkWho42. Mark Who 42 Books. Set your imagination free into the Whoniverse.
Remote Control is the new TV podcast from the Geekcast Radio Network. We'll be covering TV shows and topics from the year 2000 to whenever now is. We'll have special themed episodes entitled Pilot and Season Premieres, as well as finishing finales. We'll also have Season Pass episodes, where we take a look at an entire season of a TV show. Remote Control can be found on iTunes, Stitcher, and www.geekcastradio.com. So tune in, because we are all remote controlled.
Skull. I command the drawbridge. Open!
The Powers of Grayskull series will cover every episode of all 4 Masters of the Universe cartoons. Join Optimus Solo and myself, TF2 and Mike, as we tell tales of Eternia, discover the myths of Etheria, become masters in space, and finally Masters of Grayskull. We'll have a commentary on the Secret of the Sword film, and a few other special episodes. You can find this 125-episode-long podcast in iTunes and on the web at geekcastradio.com. By the power and honor of Grayskull, we all have the power.
Yeah, I hope I didn't miss anything exciting.
Hello, this is Barnaby Edwards, coming to you fresh from Skaro, where I am the BBC's principal Dalek operator. And I'm coming to you on Mark Who 42, which is not quite a haiku.
We're back with more of Mark Who 42 here on Krypton Radio. I'm your host, Mark-Baumgarten. With us are Patricia-Helm, Patty-Hawkins, Eduardo-m-Freyre, and Iggy Mathews from Let's Be Reelz. Hi, Iggy. How you doing?
I'm doing good. Keeping it reels, as usual.
We are going to be talking about the trailer that dropped last week. Series 9 trailer number 2. And the first trailer was good. This trailer, I think, was even better. What do you guys think?
It was pretty bombastic.
I had to keep going back and rewatching it because I kept on... I missed something. I know I missed something.
Yeah, me too.
You have to keep going back because there's just so much.
When Doctor Who TV did their article and like the different Daleks that show up in that section, I was just like, oh crud! Now I gotta go back and watch it again.
Well, at least the Paradigm Daleks were not there, so that's woohoo.
I like the Paradigm Daleks.
I was about to say I like them too.
They're Power Rangers. What do you like about them?
Because they're Power Rangers. Come on.
That makes sense.
So were you?
I also bought a bunch of them too. So
let's talk about this trailer. It opens up, TARDIS flying through space. Ooh, okay, that's a normal thing. And the Doctor says, "Sorry, I'm late." Okay.
Typical.
Yeah, it's a typical Doctor line.
It's a time travel show, so being late is funny. So there are a couple of shots of Peter in the TARDIS, normal stuff.
The TARDIS is always exploding.
Yeah, the TARDIS is always exploding in these trailers.
It's always the same flare effect. Yeah.
The next shot we see, Clara is dressed up in Viking era attire, isn't she?
Mm-hmm.
And she's with Maisie Williams, Game of Thrones. And Trish, what is the lines that go over that scene?
Well, Clara says to Maisie's character, he hasn't got a plan yet. He will have, and it'll be spectacular.
Oh, come on. That's what Clara always says when there's a new person that shows up and she's got to show off that she knows the Doctor more than anybody else, so you got to give a narrative.
Right, but here's the thing. We were under the impression from the first trailer that Maisie Williams was playing a bad guy. But this scene kind of makes it like they're chummy. Maybe Maisie Williams is not playing a bad guy.
Well, it's either her or Missy that she got to be friends with. I mean, the pickings are slim.
I would pick this.
I would too, but Clara would not.
You know, Anthony Clara, and I only have so much. I can't share it with everyone. I have the only prescription in the world of Anthony Clara. Then there's a shot of a big metal armored monster. Is it a monster or is it a robot, guys?
It looks like a metal hazmat guy, like a hazmat guy got Han Solo'd and he's able to walk. Mm-hmm. Kind of what it looked like.
And one of his hands was a gun, if I'm correct.
That's what it looks like.
Yeah.
Are you talking about like the sort of steampunk-looking robots?
Yeah, the things with the kind of square heads and then the slit. They don't have a face.
Well, later on the trailer, they're standing next to a guy who I think is supposed to be Odin.
Yeah. The thing about showing these monsters, okay, we get a little bit more detail on the body. You know, we know that at least the left hand is not a hand, but like some sort of laser blaster. We still don't know. Are they robots? Is there something in there? The thing I notice is that, and they all share this, if you look at kind of the right side of the face, head, whatever you want to call it, there's kind of an exposed area that has like piping and stuff like that. Is this indicative of damage, or did whoever make them, are they kind of working on the cheap?
You know what? I'm going to go out and say maybe this is they were gods, they were aliens, and maybe when someone fell in battle, they were taken to Valhalla, but really they were turned into these big steampunky creatures.
Yes.
I like that.
Yes. That's what I was thinking.
I'm going with that.
I know. I even thought that picture of Odin, it looked theatrical. Odin.
Yeah. It does. He looks like
fake.
A schmuck.
It looks, and then I thought, is that Missy and Drag pretending to be Odin to try to take over these people? Because, I mean, it looks so fake to me.
There is a precedent. I mean, it was mainly the Ainley Master, but the Master has, in the past, kind of done that thing where somebody shows up, and then all of a sudden it's like, mask comes off, you know.
You have been fooled.
Yeah, you know, the Doctor going, of course, Professor Maestro, it was obvious, you know.
I mean, it's a very mineable sci-fi concept that it's been done before, and more times it's been done good than bad, I think, in at least most pop sci-fi. I mean, you know, the Apollo episode of Star Trek, stuff like that. So,
I could even see if it is Missy in disguise, you know, she gets revealed and maybe somebody will make a crack about her disguise and she'll be like, Well, it was only recently that I haven't had a beard, so I sort of missed it. Some sort of crack like that.
In the trailer, we have a dragon-like creature.
I play Missy. She left Game of Thrones and brought one of the dragons with her.
Are you talking about that thing at like the 30-second mark?
Yeah.
All right, now here's something I wanted to bring up. That thing looks an awful lot like the Shalka to me.
The webisode.
Yeah, from Scream of the Shalka. I mean, I'm looking at the comparison right now, and the similarities are kind of unnerving. Now, I don't know if Moffat's going to open that Pandora's box or anything, but I'm extremely intrigued.
I was kind of thinking we got the Zygons coming back, and the Loch Ness Monster from Terror of the Zygons was a Scarson, which was from the Zygons planet. They got their food from, their milk. And I was thinking, hey, maybe that creature could be related to the Loch Ness Monster.
Or here's another theory, because I look at the creature and, I don't know, maybe it was just because it was a 2-second glimpse, but there was a certain sense of artificialness to it.
Was there, or was it just bad CGI?
No, but see, this is the thing. It may be that it was bad CGI on purpose. Maybe it's kind of one of these things where Odin, Missy, or Odin, bad guy of the episode, is like, your village needs to be protected. See, look, here's the dragon. So you need my whatever they're going to be called.
Maybe an apparition of some sort?
Yeah, an apparition, some sort of hologram, some trick of the eyes because, hey, these are Vikings and it's not exactly like they know this type of stuff, They just know Wrath of the Gods. And
well, it's definitely tied to the Vikings because when you see it come through, you can see the Viking shields and that barn stable thing, whatever it is, so.
Exactly.
What do you guys think about the muddy hand with the eyes in the center of the palm?
Pan's Labyrinth.
All right, so we're going Guillermo del Toro here.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Which I resent that because out of all the creatures in Pan's Labyrinth, you had to pick that one? That's the one that terrified me the most.
Maybe that's why Riggsy was looking horrified in the next scene.
I would be too.
Whatever those things are, as long as they're not walking around like biting the heads off little tiny fairies, should be okay. But I kind of wonder, would this maybe, there has been talk about going back to the Pompeii episode. And the seers,
yes.
In that episode, they did have the eyes and the palms.
Yes.
Is this just simply repeating a motif, or...
So are you suggesting these guys could be the new Ood?
Maybe not the new Ood, but it might be possible that one thing has to do with the other. Maybe the seers had to get inspiration to do the eyes and the palm from somewhere.
Now, why were they buried, though? That's what I want to know. Why are they all muddy and looking like somebody just buried them or they're coming from under the ground?
Yeah, they could just be like the horrific thing, just big hands coming out of a tar pit and freaking people out.
Didn't we just have something similar to that with the end of Death in Heaven with the Cybermen coming out of the graves? We just had hands coming up out.
Yeah.
Kind of just had
maybe.
That. So the next image that I saw in this trailer got me thinking of my girlfriend Sophie Aldred. Clara was in a leather jacket with a rocket launcher. Come on, that's Ace. That's not Clara. That's Ace with a rocket launcher. What is Clara doing with a rocket launcher?
She kind of reminded me of Missy a little bit. She had her hair pulled up. She had the bright red lipstick on, the form-fitting leather jacket, and she kind of had the Missy look, which made me kind of wonder whether were you hanging out with Missy and Missy's telling you this is how you need to do, and you kind of just embraced it, or what's going on?
And she's also on a motorcycle.
Iggy, thank you, because. When I saw the close-up of Clara shoulder holstering the rocket launcher, something about it just gave me a Missy vibe.
It just screamed Missy, like, she just told you how to do this. Like, she taught you and kind of molded you. This is what you need to do while the doctor and I do this, or whatever. I don't see her working with the doctor. I see the doctor working with her, but that's another story.
So could Clara become Missy's companion this season?
I will say this, based on the trailer, it does kind of seem to look like Clara is getting back in shape, just get back into your role as a companion. It kind of seems like she's getting back on track, like the relationship between her and the doctor is strengthening, and, she kind of got over the fact that, it's not Matt Smith anymore,
So I get to go cold turkey on my medicine. Basically,
wean off.
Yeah, I would say, don't go cold turkey. More like, let's see when the season starts, and then maybe,
maybe I could take it every other week instead of every week.
Right, or instead of 2, just 1 every other week. Just slowly get yourself off.
That might be good because the anti-Clara expensive.
Well, my question is like the whole introduction of Maisie Williams. I'm like, is this like, all right, she's going to be hanging out with us, and then when Clara faces out, is Maisie the one that stays? You know, because we know that Missy's going to be there regardless.
Right.
She's going to always be there. But what about Maisie Williams? You know, that's the one that I'm like, is this a thing that we're doing? Like, hey, kind of get used to this character because it's going to become permanent? I don't know.
I'm going to say probably not. I think it's just we got a big name to be in Doctor Who. Let's use her for a couple of episodes. Game of Thrones has at least 3 more seasons to go. I don't think that they could use her as a new companion. The shooting schedules would not work. Unless they do some episodes where Maisie Williams' character takes a break and is off somewhere else and the Doctor's by himself, it's just not going to work.
So we had Maisie Williams before in a Viking era, and in the next shot of her, she's looking very Victorianish.
I'm very horrified, mind you.
And she's talking with some kind of beast-like character in a carriage.
Don't forget the Michael Bay explosions in the background.
The Michael Bay, well, yes. Yeah, you know, I don't like to talk about Michael Bay in any respect, let alone explosions.
Michael Bay! Ooh.
Michael Bay explodes. Hey, excuse me, Director Bay, Mr. Director, we were looking at the script. Well, exactly. It's like, we're looking at the script. We have a problem with Act 3. Okay, we'll put an explosion. No, but there's a problem with the writing. Explosion here. No, but what about this? The female character, and she's going to be wearing a bikini top. No, but
explode the bikini top.
I'm all for that.
There you go.
Wait, Iggy, you're forgetting? Explode the bikini top in slow motion.
And in order to blur it, we have to censor it though. So that's when the Mark Who 42 logo comes in.
Yeah.
It's censored.
No, don't have him steal our logo. No.
We then get to see the Dalek City, and it's kind of cool. But doesn't the Dalek City look a little like Gallifrey? It's an orange sky. It's the Citadel. Is it Gallifrey or is it a Dalek City?
If it is Gallifrey, it has to be a flashback. It can't, or a time travel thing. I don't know.
What if and the Time Lords are the same thing? What if at the timeline they evolve into the Time Lords, and that's why the Doctor knew the great good would be, because he was the only one who knew that Gallifreyans and Daleks were the same.
Do you want to know what you just did to my brain?
No, Patrick, do not give anybody any ideas. Don't do that.
You just Michael Bay'd my brain right now. Done.
Don't give them any ideas, please.
I just want to know if this is supposed to be Skaro or if it's something else. Because how many times has Skaro been blown up now?
Yeah, quite a few.
The shot that we get of the city, there's something floating up. But Trish and I were watching this on a big screen TV. We paused it. There's no details. There's no way to identify what those things are hurling into the sky. They may be Daleks. It may be something else. Maybe an entire street full of kids lost their balloons. We don't know. There's no detail.
They're beautiful butterflies.
It could be butterfly. We don't know if it's
the Menoptera.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah. The Menoptera.
Well, I mean, that could also be the city that's being blown up in that picture that got revealed, where the Doctor and Clara are running off.
Yeah, could be.
Because it kind of looks very barren.
But this is the thing. Do we even know why those things are being put in the sky? It may not be blowing up. It could be anything.
It could be escape pods. Because
they could be escape pods.
Well, and escape pods, interesting enough, leads to the next shot of something that looks like a teleportation device. That cylinder. And that's another way to escape the city. They're flying up to escape from the explosion. Beam
me up, Scotty!
There you go. Star Trek in Doctor Who. When have we not seen that before?
Oh, I'm sorry. So I cannot do it. There's no more power in the lithium crystals. I can only do it one at a time. All right, so I'm going to take you, Captain, then I'll take Spock, and you're just going to have to tell Ensign Rick to wait.
While you're using that accent, can you go ahead and tell me how golf was invented? Because that's what it's reminding me of, Robin Williams' skit.
Well, we just decided we're going to hit a ball with a stick. Oh, and we just do it once. Oh, no, you have to do it in 8 frickin' holes.
Yep, that's exactly it.
I can't believe you just brought up Robin Williams, because I was going to make a joke about Robin Williams.
It was a psychic segue is what I did there.
Fisher King. The Fisher King. Terry Gilliam, where are you?
It was a year ago this week,
Yeah.
Yep, he will be missed.
We miss you. We miss you, Robin.
I miss him. I miss him so much.
But so we have a character called the Fisher King in this, and the shot in the first trailer of the underwater city, maybe the Fisher King's from there. Be kind of cool.
Sounds a little fishy to me. Punny.
Well, Clara is pointing something at Missy. At first I thought it was a sonic screwdriver, but then when I was looking at it more, I don't know what it is. And then it cuts to Missy saying, hello.
That may even be when she comes back. That may even be like the reveal of, Missy's alive? She's alive? Missy's alive?
Yeah, that sounds more like it.
I love the red velvet jacket that 12 wears. He gets smacked in the face by a dirty-looking hand. Is that one of the hands with the eyes in it that were muddy?
Oh, God. Ew.
What I'm wondering.
Ew.
There was another shot later where there's a cloaked figure at the end of a hallway that starts coming towards the camera, and the hands on that looks more like the hands that are smacking the doctor. So,
if it is one of the eyes in the palm monsters, I'm sure that after grabbing the doctor, it'll be like, hey man, I just wanted to say you got a weird looking zit. You may want to put something on that.
And I was still hoping it would have been Santa Claus smacking the doctor, because that would have been hilarious.
Nick Frost is back in series 9 of Doctor Who.
I will tell you this, my favorite line in that episode is like, how'd you get all those presents in the sleigh? It's bigger on the inside.
Yep.
I died.
That was a great line. Another great line is,
I'm the doctor and I save people.
Then we get to see a lot of different kinds of Daleks.
Which goes back to the escape pods. I'm just saying, he's saving people, and there's things flying out the city, and there's like a boom in the background. I think that's what it is. He's saving people.
It's like Asylum of the Daleks. It's a ton of Daleks from everywhere.
Yeah.
I wonder if he says, I'm the doctor and I save people, and then he gets slapped. That would be funny.
No, I think it was the other way around, unfortunately. No, actually, it was about the same time.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Clara gets to look worried. Oh, she always looks worried well, doesn't she? And behind her, out the window, you see the Skaro city, the Gallifreyan city, whatever city it happens to be. And it cuts to a shot of a hallway with a cloaked figure. I think you mentioned this cloaked figure, Trish?
Yeah, the one that has the hands.
That slapped the doctor.
Yeah, it looks like it. But then we see that Victorian ghost with no eyeballs, which is freaky to me.
Yeah.
Kind of looked like Abraham Lincoln.
It did.
407 years ago, I'm going to kill you.
And it seems that story is from the Toby Whitehouse two-parter. We were talking about Toby Whitehouse in the first half of the show about could he be the new showrunner. Well, you know what? I don't know if I want him to be, but we'll watch this and see if we could want him to be.
Next scene.
Hooded figure, lines across the face. It was seen in the first trailer. Now, it kind of looks like the Master before regenerating. It kind of looks like the Peter Pratt Master from Deadly Assassin or the Master from Keeper of Traken by Jeffrey Beavers. It could be that version of the Master.
It's funny you should bring that up, Mark, because when we talked about the earlier trailer, we also had a look at the hooded figure and he had lines across his face. Correct me if I'm wrong, but the Peter Pratt Master and Jeffrey Beavers, they were supposed to be the same Master, right?
Yeah.
They were supposed to be the same regeneration.
It was the same Master.
Right.
Yeah.
So this could be the Sims Master, just we get a different actor, and right now he doesn't look so well.
Right.
And, if we're talking a Master who broke through the time lock, yeah, I would probably not look as handsome as Sims after that.
Well, then we get the Odin scene. And then we get a nice shot of the Doctor riding the horse again. And Peter Capaldi was in The Musketeers. He was in season 1. He rode a horse there. Maybe he had in his contract, I'll do your show, but you got to let me ride a horse.
Yeah, but as Reese flew, he wasn't doing anything. He was usually carried in the little carriage thing, wasn't he?
Well, but he rode a horse.
Sure, there was a scene where he was
There were a few episodes where he rode a horse. There were a few episodes.
I don't know. I mean, judging the look on the Doctor's face, I don't think it's that Capaldi asked that to be put in his contract. I think they put in his contract. It's like, hey, you did the Musketeers. You're probably used to this, so we thought we'd keep going. And, Capaldi's probably like, just when my backside was used to not getting bounced around on a saddle.
Okay, next shot we have the Fisher King again. Doctor's confronting him, and he says,
"Here, now, this is where your story ends."
Well, it ends. Well, so I guess we're done. Are we done?
We're not done. No, it's
Did you say the story ends?
No, he said your story ends. He was talking to the fish.
Oh, so
tank,
my story ends, so I can leave?
Okay, bye.
We'll keep going. We'll keep going. We'll keep going. We'll keep going. You can leave if you want to.
In the true spirit of cliffhanging two-parter episode, this is where our story ends.
Which, of course, is followed by 3 explosions in a medieval village.
Michael Bay!
Michael Bay came back, yeah. People are running, and Maisie Williams is looking scared.
Not so much scared as more like a, oh my God, what is happening right now? You know, it's just kind of like distraught a little bit is kind of what it looked like. Just, I can't believe that this is this way now.
It may even tie into, we see that beast, that lion beast or whatever you want to call it, we see him a couple of scenes later, and he's breathing fire. It could be that Maisie Williams and the beast creature are kind of tied together, and, you know, this could be the beast creature just going all out.
Oh, so we're changing our idea of who Maisie is.
Well, no. I mean, hey, you don't.
We can do that. It's fine.
We don't know. Like I said, it could be the two maybe are not in cahoots, but for some reason she's tied to the beast creature.
You know, the beast creature that's breathing fire, it totally could be a Doctor Who Game of Thrones crossover.
Or just a bad day with Taco Tuesday. But
there you go. See that? You know, Trish and I were talking about that, Iggy. You know, maybe it could just be he went to get the hot spicy special, and him breathing fire is just like, why did I do that? Let's do Mexican for lunch. Yeah, look at this now. Get me a glass of water.
It's the last time we go to Chipotle.
They should do Del Taco, don't you think, Trish?
Osgood gets a good run, probably from some Zygon or something. And oh, wow, there's a Zygon. Oh, well, so that explains that.
Then my favorite scene out of the trailer is Missy laughing in the face of a Dalek.
I love it.
I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah. She laughs at everybody. Especially if they're dangerous.
I kind of wonder if Missy and the Doctor are actually teaming up against the Daleks.
I actually wondered if Missy was up to her normal antics and trying to somehow get the Daleks onto her side, you know, kind of like manipulate them a little bit and just be like, I'm about to own you.
Maybe.
The aforementioned beast creature gets to breathe his fire that we were talking about. And the Doctor then is being chased by a monster and jumps out a window.
Well, there's jumping out the window and there's jumping the shark.
So, let's hope Doctor Who never jumps the shark.
Yeah, let's hope.
It would be a bad thing.
I
don't know. The whole
came really
Mad
close
Max blazing guitar thing.
Oh, I love the guitar thing. Oh, I love the sunglasses and the guitar thing.
Rockstar.
Capaldi shades. Capaldi.
And I do believe that Craig Ferguson will show up playing the drums in the band. I do believe it's a Loverboy reunion.
Mark, you do know that one of the conventions you guys do, Christian has to do Capaldi shades.
He does.
He has to. And it has to be exactly like his Capaldi eyebrows.
Yeah,
He's got to take that screen cap, print it out, put it on the mask.
He's done that before. He'll do it again.
Okay, he has to.
Bushy eyebrows.
What is happening?
Says the Red Supreme Dalek in a terrible impersonation. I'm sorry. I was not up to par.
I can't just bring the impression out. You know, it's I can't do it. You know, sometimes it's great, and other times it's weird.
Call Drunk Kitchen Girl. She should be able to do it.
She could do it. You know, a special weapon Dalek. Have you seen to the right? Shades of Ace again. I think Sophie should have. Maybe Sophie just didn't tell us she was in this, and it's a remembrance flashback. I don't know.
Doubt.
The Doctor very excitedly exclaims,
same old, just the Doctor and Clara Oswald in the TARDIS. But hold on a sec. Did you see that when he gives out that line, he's wearing the shades?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The whole rock star thing may be tied to whatever the Dalek episode is.
Well, you know what I found refreshing about that? Just seeing that particular scene, it made me feel like the Doctor has found his personality again, because you see that you know, all the Doctors have the basic foundation. They're all pretty much the same person. They differ, of course, you know, a little bit here and there. But, you know, it reminded me very David Tennant and even Matt Smith, where they were just, you know, kind of role play a little bit, and they would be very, you know, for lack of a better word, ostentatious with their personality and just kind of be all over the place, and just kind of like with David Tennant, you know, let's say that he happens to be in a royalty sort of environment. He's like, oh, well, I too happen to be royalty if it'll get me out of this mess. You know, so it kind of seems to me like he's getting into his normal personality. Like we're starting to see his foundation, and yeah, the house will vary, but the foundation's the same. and like his personality coming, because you didn't really get to see that in the last season. It was more like he was still kind of trying to figure himself out. He just regenerated, fair enough.
Exactly.
And it seems like he figured it out this time. And, I think that's why Clara's coming around. It's like, okay, well, this is all familiar. I know how to work with this.
Hey, as long as we get the Doctor up front and saving the universe instead of the Doctor saves the universe because he has the help of Clara, the girl who's just so awesome.
All right. I'm going to leave that there because I just don't believe it. The next shot, the Doctor seems to be getting on a unit aircraft, and he's giving someone the double peace signs. He's doing the Nixon. He's met
I'm not
Nixon.
a crook.
Why can't he do the Nixon? I am not a crook. That kind
By
of
the
thing.
way, did you see he has the shades again?
Yeah, he has the shades. And unit, they're wearing the red berets. Now, the red berets were not in the Moffat era unit. In Power of Three, they were not wearing them. But they did wear them in the Sontaran Stratagem. They did wear them back in the Pertwee era. So that means that this story with unit could be an older era. It may not be present era where it was at the end of Death in Heaven. And if that's the case, that explains Osgood's return. Because Osgood, it's a pre-Missy murder Osgood.
What about that tsunami thing that it looks like it's coming towards the city? It's just like, arms out, and it looks like a wave of just a big tsunami coming in.
Well, I think that goes with the Underwater City
The Fisher King
story, the Fisher King.
That looks like the Fisher King from the back, and he's probably be like, yeah, baby, yeah, tidal wave, all right.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, I'm going to go Aquaman on all you. Uh-huh.
Well, here's an interesting concept that, I'm going to go ahead and be that guy that, it's like I have a source that was at Comic-Con. Ooh. Okay, and attended the Moffat panel. And
Okay.
one of the things that he came back and told me about was that they were talking about how the Doctor quotes, it's so evil, I want to kiss it all over. And that he was referring to the TARDIS, that the TARDIS has not been given proper attention for a while now, as far as it being its own character. And that the TARDIS is going to rebel against the Doctor. And because of his profound love for the TARDIS itself, he can't actually go and do what will ultimately work. It's got a reason with it, and it's so evil. I just want to kiss it all over. And, just having to deal with the TARDIS itself, which, if that's the case, I'm actually really excited about that, because I do tend to agree with that. The TARDIS really hasn't been given much attention as far as being its own character. So that was pretty interesting. I was like, really? So that was referring to the TARDIS then. And then you see it in a couple scenes there where, something's blowing up with the TARDIS, and what they were trying to say in the Comic-Con was that, no, that's the TARDIS doing that. Going, no, I'm not doing it.
Okay, I kind of like that idea. Because the TARDIS has no other way of communicating with the Doctor except to mess up or do things that will get his attention. So the explosions, I like that. And finally, at the end of this trailer, Clara hugs the Doctor from behind. And I guess the Doctor's out of his no touchy, no feely phase, because he doesn't seem to mind the huggy.
Well, if you look at his face, it's more like he's tolerating. It's like, all right, yeah, this would be one of those situations where I have to tolerate it.
Get it out of your system.
Yeah. Well, again, it's like it seems like he's found his personality, and that the two of them have found their common ground, their chemical connection, so to speak. So
I hope so. I hope so.
Yeah, because Clara, she's the one that she upset me beyond any realm that any sort of companion has ever upset me, and I was kind of a little annoyed with Martha.
Right.
So, when I saw Clara and oh my God, I have never been so outraged. But I think that this is going to be the season where, we rectify this and we go, okay, thank you, Clara, for just getting your ish together, and being patient. Thank you.
Aye, from your mouth to God's ears.
So that's the trailer 2. That's trailer 2 from Series 9 of Doctor Who. What's really cool, though, is that the day this show drops is August 19th. We are exactly 1 month away from Series 9, and that's why we decided to devote the second half of this show completely to the trailer. I want to thank our guest host, Iggy Mathews. Thank you, Iggy, for showing up.
It was an honor. It really was.
And
Thank
we're going
you.
to have you back to talk about Let's Be Reelz.
Oh, absolutely. I'll keep it as real as
Maybe we'll have you
possible.
back for some other things. On behalf of Patricia-Helm, Patty-Hawkins, and Eduardo-m-Freyre, I'm Mark Baumgarten. Don't forget to go to www.mark-who42.net and join the WHOniverse Army. Go to our Facebook page, mark-who42. Tweet us at mark-who42. You can listen to us on iTunes. Listen to our old shows. We've got some great shows. Last week we had Sophie Aldred. The week before that we had Michael Winslow. They're still there. We had Chase Masterson a couple of weeks before that. We have interviews. Barnaby Edwards. Lisa Bowerman was on our 100th show. Go to iTunes. Go to FloridaGeekScene.com. Go to GeekCastRadio.com. Shout out to Geekcast Radio. And, of course, Krypton Radio, which hosts us 4 times a week. So I guess that's about it. Bye, everyone.
It's 1 month away till season 9. Have you gotten your Doctor Who tree? Have you put up your decorations? It's only 1 month. It's only 4 weeks away. Have you gotten your gifts for the gift exchange? It's only 4 weeks away.
Ed, I think you're confusing series premiere day with Christmas.
That's basically the same thing. So I don't see what the problem is.
Exactly. So not for me. I'm Jewish. Maybe it's Hanukkah. Maybe we have the Gelt, and we have the dreidels, and we have the latkes, and we have the menorahs. Why can't we have that? Why do we have to have the tree? I'm sorry. I'm just saying. It's my show.
We wish you a happy doctor. We wish you a happy doctor. In a happy new season. Woo.
Okay. Bye, everyone. Mark Who 42 was written and presented by Mark Baumgarten, Patricia-Helm, Eduardo-m-Freyre, and Patty-Hawkins, with special guest Iggy Mathews, with Wink Taylor as the Doctor. This show was edited, produced, and directed by Mark Baumgarten. Please visit mark-who42.net and register to join and be a part of the WHOniverse Army. We can be contacted by email at mark@mark-who42.net with the subject line ? If you have worked on Doctor Who or are working on a project relating to Doctor Who and want to be on our radio show, please email our media relations director, Christian-basel, at mark-who42media@yahoo.com. Doctor Who and its properties are owned by the BBC, the British Broadcasting Corporation. This show is owned and copyrighted by Mark Baumgarten, 2015. You're listening to Krypton Radio.